Moments ago, Austin police releasing police body cam footage of their emergency response to Sunday's deadly mass shooting. It's being looked at as an act of domestic terrorism. They just wrapped a press conference minutes ago where the gunman, a 53-year-old naturalized citizen, was shot and killed by police shortly after he opened fire outside of a popular bar downtown. 3 people were killed and more than a dozen others were hurt. Following all of this, NBC News correspondent Priscilla Thompson. Priscilla, what are we learning from that press conference right now?
Yeah, Morgan, perhaps most chilling was just the material that was released today. In one of these videos that was taken from a vehicle that was parked in that area, you see the gunman with what police have now described as an AR-15 in a parking lot, sort of pacing. And then you see a person come into the frame and the gunman actually pick that gun up and aim it at that person. We are also hearing some of those terrified 911 calls that came in. I want to play a little bit of those calls.
There has been a shooting at Loopers on 6th Street. There are people dead over here. There have been multiple shots. We need help.
There are additional shots being fired.
And you heard the urgency at the end in that radio traffic. At one point, officers shouting AR-15, AR-15. And they did, of course, release that body cam of the moment they took the shooter down. And a warning before we play this that some of this may be disturbing.
Go! Everybody go! 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 Where is he? Where? He's on 6th Street. Where is he? Where is he? Who shot?
Just chilling video, and police today again confirming that they are still investigating possible ties to terrorism. They said that they are not ready to talk about that, but when they look at the evidence and the crime scene, that is certainly something that they're continuing to investigate. They also talked about the victims, that these were people, many of them who were not even inside the bar. They were just out along the street as this gunman sort of went on this rampage. We do now know the names of the 3 people who were killed. They include 19-year-old Savitha Shawn, 21-year-old Savitha Shawn, 19-year-old Ryder Harrington, and 30-year-old George Peterson, who died after being taken off of life support on Monday. The police chief there saying that he had just moved to Austin about 2 weeks ago. So certainly just a lot of sadness and grief and just trauma as this video is being released and people are seeing what exactly happened early Sunday morning.
Our thoughts certainly with that community there in Austin. Priscilla Thompson for us. Thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.